Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit that subscribe button and leave a like down below. With that out of the way, with 2K23 right around the corner, I wanted to go look back and find out who I think the top 10 wrestlers that need a visual upgrade or, you know, an update, if you will, for 2K23. And I pre-recorded this because I wanted to actually have my face on the camera. I don't have it set up to where I can just record it directly with the camera on the PlayStation. But anyway, let's go through it. Top 10, in my opinion. Number 1, Karrion Kross. With his new look and gimmick and stuff like, well, not gimmick, but his new look since he's came back. I feel like he needs an upgrade. I know he's not like exactly over right now. In fact, they're kind of burying him, which really sucks. Because him and his wife have such a cool dynamic. I feel like I don't understand why it's not landing. I think it's awesome. I really like his gimmick with his wife. I think like maybe try something new. Like he should try something new. I don't think he should do the oh man, I can't just win anything. He's trying to be this. Trying to be a little too over the top, I think. It doesn't fit his personality. He's trying to be a character that he's not. And now it worked in NXT, but I don't think it's just not landing. So obviously he needs a model upgrade or change because this is his old character model. But also he needs a new gimmick. Like his theme song's awesome, the entrance is awesome. But like I said, he's just really trying to be a character that he's not, you know? It's almost like someone trying to be Goldberg who's not Goldberg. And the crowd just chants Goldberg. I'm not saying he's being a Goldberg wannabe, I'm just saying his look doesn't match his persona. If that makes sense. I still like the guy, I think he's cool. I hope something works out for him because he's awesome. So he's number 1 on the list. Gonna have to wait for the next entrance here. Also, coming off the heels of the Royal Rumble, how crazy is it that Cody Rhodes left the company, started AEW, and is now gonna head to WrestleMania for the title? That's awesome. And another wrestler that needs an update, or more of a un-update, because it's using his early 2000s model. I would say Hulk Hogan. I want to get his 80s look in there without having to download somebody else's from the internet. They got his early 2000s look, which is it's cool, but they keep using it. We want the old 80s Hulk Hogan back. I think that'd be much better, or at least an alternative, suit form that you don't have to download. The feather boa Hulk Hogan is cool and all, but I mean, that was kind of like the tail end of his career. It's like after WCW, where it was just like the last run Hogan. We want him when he was at his best. So like when he fought Andre, I know his suit is a lot more like meh back then, but it'd be cool to have like heck Hogan with hair. I want Thunder Lips in the game. That would be hilarious. So I mean, his character model looks great. But I want a different one, a change, an update, or just something different. Just something different. I think they also made him a little too. I don't think he was ever that big. He was big, but he was not that big. His shoes look good, and look at his boots. What kind of jackass puts his own face on his boots? I wonder if that was a thing in the back, like in the locker room, just so there's no confusion. Whose boots are these? My face is on it, so they're mine. Right? Actually, a good idea. Huh. It's funny, in my 6 years of wrestling, I had like matte boots, but I never actually bought real wrestling boots, and I got shit for it for quite a long time. And then Andre the Giant. To me, his face looks really weird. His body looks a little okay. But to me, his face, it just doesn't look right. Like, I feel like they need to fix his face. It's just a little... I don't know, it's hard to tell. I mean, he looks better than the last game. His body proportion is a little weird. I mean, this, like I said, it's probably the best he's looked, but it needs a little work, I would think. It'd be cool to get the Andre the Giant from his earlier years, not when he fought Hogan, when he had the huge afro, or the huge, big, huge poofy hair, when he fought Big John Studd and slammed him. That'd be kind of cool to have, an alternate of him. And I don't know, it doesn't look right to me. Like, his eyes were, I think, a lot bigger. Anyway, so I think Andre needs an update. Most of these are legends, of course. Oh, and of course, the holy crap Gunther, the longest time ever in a Royal Rumble. They're not counting the one in Saudi Arabia, probably because Daniel Bryan is on AEW. In this game, he's kind of like, he looks like he's out of shape, chunky and stuff, but the guy like got in shape. He's in really good shape. He lost weight, so he definitely needs a character upgrade. And I didn't do anything with the character, so he's by default the champion, the UK champion. I really hope they have him face Brock. See, Brock Lesnar, I don't think they'll ever let him go for the Intercontinental or US title, because in their minds that would make him, that might damage his character. But I think the opposite. I think if you have Brock win the Intercontinental title or the US title, it elevates that title up to a much higher echelon, if you know what I mean. Like, what if Brock Lesnar won the Intercontinental title, right? Holy crap. All of a sudden, all your eyes on the Intercontinental title. And it really... I mean, he's a great champion. Gunther's amazing. I'm not trying to sell him short, but I'm just saying... Something crazy like Brock Lesnar wins the Intercontinental title. They could have that belt on him for years. And he could still do part-time. I mean, he's had it for frickin' ever. I think that would be awesome. Right? Really elevate those titles, make people interested in it. And I'm trying to remember who I picked here. I'm so tired from working. Oh yes, of course. This is a crazy hodgepodge of groups. I was kind of going through the roster. He needs a character model, upgrade or update. Mainly because he's with the Judgment Day. He looks totally different now. This was his debut game when he was with his old man. They made him, I like how they made him buffer than he is in real life. He's a skinny toothpig in real life. But yeah, he definitely needs a character upgrade. Hopefully, him and the Judgment Day are in a default faction. I don't know what the cutoff was for the game. But there's always updates they can do. That's why they need to make one game and just update it. This new game every year thing, it's going to get old. Like, we had a 2-year break, even though the 2K20 was a glitchy mess. I had a lot of fun with it after the patches. Still broken. Don't waste your time or money. But that 2-year gap really, like, it was refreshing. It's like when the new game finally came out, you were like, cool, I'm ready for the new one, right? Because it's been 2 years. And then I went over to the ladies, and I feel bad for this lady, Dana Brooke. She's one of my favorite female superstars, and she's just been bottom of the barrel booking and an afterthought, and it just really sucks, especially after how they made her lose the 24/7 title. She's a super athlete. She's super athletic. She could be the face of the women's division, I think. Unfortunately, she doesn't have what I would call the mic skills. Or heck, she might. We have no idea. I've never seen. To be fair, I haven't watched her for a while. But anyway, when it comes to all the women wrestlers, and her face does not look like that anymore. Her face has changed. Here she looks like she's 40 something, but she does not look that old. So they really got to update her face. Anyway, and it's going somewhere with that. Where was it going with that? Anyway, they need to give her a shot. That's all I'm saying. And of course, the next one is obvious due to her new gimmick or look at the Royal Rumble, which I think is awesome. I love it when people use face paint. I love that and masks. Those are my favorite types of wrestlers. Her new face paint looked awesome. She's a new, I think she's like heel Asuka or something. I love it when they try to change, you know, their looks and stuff like that. Like, what was it? The Road Warriors, probably my favorite tag team of all time. I used to love their football gear with the spikes on it. I always wanted one of those. Like, that is so cool. I remember when they first added that to create a character. It was always on my character during the whole match. Like, you know, my move would be the spear. It's like, you'd kill him if you speared him with that thing. It's like, that's the idea. And then later on, they made it so it was only an entrance item. It's like, oh, that would have been cool to keep wearing it. Oh, we want authentic, you know, simulation. People get all uptight and butthurt if it's not exactly like the show, which I want the opposite. I want it more arcadey. Like, I miss the old wrestling games that were batshit crazy, where you could just throw them off the top of a barge and they're fine. And just go play another match. You powerball them off the top of the Hell in a Cell. You can still do that, but yeah, back then you could throw them off the top of the cell. They'd go through a table and get up within like 15 seconds. It's like, I'm sorry, they would be dead. They would be dead. Then back over to the men's side. Macho Man has had the same character model, I'm pretty certain, for the last 3 games. He needs a huge update. Do you know how many different versions of his outfit they have? Or he has, I mean. Like, they could do the warrior and his, what is it, the mega powers. The red and yellow they had. They could do his awesome big hat. I feel like they picked one of his easy ones here. Like, they could have the one from, what was it, WCW, the black and white one. That one was awesome. I think that was in one of the games, and I used that quite a bit. They could use movie alternatives like Bonesaw. That'd be awesome. Bonesaw's ready. But yes, Macho Man desperately needs an update, in my opinion. Or at least some extra outfits. You know, all the wrestlers need more suits. And number one, my number one person that needs an update, because he's my favorite wrestler, is the Ultimate Warrior. I forget you can't hear the music. Obviously, I forgot Sami Zayn. He definitely needs a character model update because of his whole thing with the bloodline. I mean, it's funny how it's only been a year since this game came out, by the time the next one comes out. And this is a very old character model. I know the game was in development for like 2 years, and Sami wasn't as over as he is now. He was one of the B, C tier characters. Now he's AAA, in my opinion. He's probably the most over babyface in the entire company, even over Cody. And it was very smart of them not to book him in the Rumble, because if he got eliminated, whoever, like, they would have booed Cody out of the arena, unfortunately. So very smart to not have him in the Rumble. So he needs a character update. And I already spoiled who the last one is, because I thought it was the last one. But yeah, this is gimmick and everything. Have him do the and number one, which I already said. I want you to play back. Is the Ultimate Warrior. He's had this character model, I'm pretty sure, for the last 3 games, and of all his different variants to use, why use that? It's like, I know it's red, white, and blue, but it's so plain. Get the crazy, awesome blue, orange, and yellow one that he had with the cool, huge jacket, or when he went to WCW, use that one. Or his WrestleMania match suit with a big mask on his chest when he wrestled Hogan. That should be the default one. And they need to fix his hair. His hair looks like crap, and he's tiny. Ultimate Warrior was not tiny. He was a big ass dude. So they really need to fix his character model. Look at his face here at the end. So anyway, those are the top 10 wrestlers I think need an upgrade. Thanks for watching. And stay frosty.